All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our May board meeting. If we everyone could stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome everybody on finally a sunny day out there. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight. This is our last board meeting before our budget vote on May 19th. We'll put a plug in for that. Just let the record show that all board members are in attendance with the exception of Ms. Debbie Brown. And we will start with announcements from our student board representative. Filling in as tonight is Remy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Remy Ramos, the Student Body Representative Liaison. Students are in the middle of their AP/IB testing, and students are moving along throughout the quarter. So to talk a little bit about athletics, the girls varsity lacrosse team improved their record 12-1 with a 12-7 victory over Comsagua yesterday. The team was led by Jenna Oblage with 4 goals, Mia Nicolosi with 3 goals and 1 assist, Ava Oblage with 3 goals, and Sarah Flynn with 2 goals. Caitlin Vale added 3 assists, while Carly Oblage contributed 2 assists. The boys varsity tennis team defeated Huntington on Tuesday 5-2. The boys JV tennis team won their final match against Huntington Wednesday. The boys finished their season with an overall record of 9-2. Great work this season. The boys JV lacrosse team beat Harborfield 8-7 Tuesday. So to talk a little bit about club and student involvement now, Friday, May 1st, was National Decision Day for our seniors. Hosted in the upper gym, 7th period, seniors were able to speak to their fellow students going off to college, the force, trade, or straight into work. Seniors took their photo for the yearbook and then were released once 7th period ended. So seeing all the seniors together made graduation a little bit more real. So let's keep pushing, we're almost there. Last night was the annual One Acts hosted by the Performing Arts Department at the high school. 3 groups of underclassmen were directed by theater seniors who discovered the shows, casted, blocked, and spent days running through the show to make sure everyone had an amazing performance. I went for the first 2 shows before I had to run to the Udall Orchestra concert to help out, but it was such an amazing show from what I saw. I hope the juniors next year have an amazing time directing and that our underclassmen continue to show off their skills. On behalf of National English Honor Society, please keep donating pantry items for the Spring into Action local soup kitchen food drive. The Science National Honor Society is hosting a trash sculpture contest challenging you to create uniquely created art with 100% recycled materials. The Student Senate is holding a supply drive to help restock the shelves of our essential needs pantry for families in our community. Anything helps. They're looking for unopened toiletries, hygiene products, and non-perishable food items. For our music students, the orchestra, band, and choir high school concerts are coming up. We cannot wait to see how your hard work has paid off. Seniors, field day shirts are now available $9 each, and the store will remain open until the 25th. All t-shirts will be distributed in school Friday, June 12th. Seniors are encouraged to wear their shirts to the senior barbecue and field day on Tuesday, June 16th. And if you're like me and didn't attend a West Islip Elementary School, choose what school you'd like to participate with. I will be participating with Manitowoc. Prom is approaching and tickets are now available for purchase on My School Bucks. On Parent Square, seniors must complete the digital permission slip form, which I have to do. Seniors are also encouraged to take part in the senior exit interviews. It's a brief, informal conversation with ours truly, Dr. Romanelli, to talk about future plans, experiences in the district, and perspectives to help West Islip be stronger for our future students. To briefly touch upon academics, our students are working diligently on their AP and IB exams. I have personally had a couple back-to-back exams this entire week. So many students have, had those back-to-back tests. So teachers, thank you for providing for our students, going above and beyond to prepare them for these tests. I certainly have felt very prepared thanks to the support of my teachers. So students, keep going strong with our tests. Now, that's all from me. Thank you for your time. This school year has been incredible, and I cannot thank everyone enough for giving me all these chances. We're almost at the end of the 2025-2026 school season, so let's make it count. Noah and I are looking forward to sharing our end of the year thoughts, activities, and news. Thank you.
Excellent job, Remy. Thank you very much. Just really informative. And for anyone new to the meetings, the student board representative is voted upon and elected to sit up here on each meeting and give their perspective to the board. It's an active member. It's a New York State mandate now, which is a great mandate to hear a student voice. And Remy and Noah have done a great job all year filling us in from that perspective. So thank you, and we look forward to your end of the year at the next board meeting. Appreciate all that. The only other announcement I'd like to make is this is the last meeting before our budget vote on May 19th. I just want to give kudos to the administration, especially Mrs. Pilati, her team, and everyone who put the work into the budget. It's been a long process. The state doesn't help us with funds. It was announced today that the budget, Governor Hochul released her budget, but I don't think we have any of the details yet. But it's been a long process, with the rising costs and the decreased state aid. It doesn't help us, but they've done a great job getting us to this point. And they have been, and we have been presenting at all the PTA meetings. So feel free anytime tonight at the end if you want to ask questions about that as well. We are more than willing to talk about what the whole process was. But I just want to congratulate them to getting us to this point. So with that, we have any invitation from the public to speak on the agenda item? Nope. All right. We'll go right into the approval. So can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes for the April 21st regular meeting?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion approved. All right, with that, we'll turn it over to Mr. Cameron first now.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. I'd like to request a motion for the approval of the memorandum of agreement between Teamsters West Islip Secretarial Unit, West Islip Union Free School District, and Employee A.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
And moving on to the personnel agenda, our first item, item T1, I would like to announce a request, a motion for the probationary appointment of Ms. Kate Trezino in special education, effective September 1st, 2026, with a probationary period ending on August 31st, 2029. She will be at Paul J. Blue, placed on step 1, BA plus 15, and it is a new position. Can I request a motion for that?
So moved.
Second. Discussion?
Yeah, Mr. McCann, if you don't mind, I'd just like to say a few things. Ms. Trezino has been in a leave replacement role for us this year at Beach Street Middle School. She has done a masterful job, and really it's been, I guess you could call it one of those year-long interviews where, we saw all the great work that she's doing at the middle school here and the relationships she's built with students and families. I don't think that she'll mind me sharing that she would have had other job offers as well in other districts because she's a highly sought-after candidate, and we're proud to say that she is staying with us at West Islip and to be a permanent member of the team. So congratulations to her.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Welcome to your role.
I have two other items I'd like to call, and we'll do a consent after that. Item T2, the recall of excess teachers. As you know, we had to excess some teachers last year, so I'm excited to present to the Board of Education tonight the recall of Ms. Beth Fiorini, Social Studies, Ms. Jacqueline Jacobs in English, and Mr. Kevin Judge in Elementary, as listed on the personnel agenda. Can I request a motion?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? I just want to say, part of the budget process sometimes, especially in these tough times, is that there are positions that get excess, and it's nice to know that if positions come available in the pursuing years, they have the ability to come back, and it's great to see those three back. So I appreciate that. So all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
And finally, I'd like to, item T3, the retirement of Ms. Christine Caracciolo at Elementary, effective June 30th, 2026, after 25 years of service to the students of Paul J. Blue and other elementary schools across the district. I'm going to request a motion.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
And finally, I'd like to request a motion for all remaining items through TA1 through other to boys lacrosse.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. McKay.
Thank you, Mr. Cameron. All right, we're going to go right into our curriculum update with Mrs. Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. I'd like to start off this evening by thanking our teachers for their dedication, professionalism, and unwavering commitment with preparing our students for real-world success. As we recognize Teacher Appreciation Week, we extend sincere gratitude to our teachers who inspire learning, foster growth, and create supportive environments where students can thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. The impact of our teachers reaches far beyond the classrooms, and we are deeply appreciative of their dedication that they bring to work each day. The district is proud to announce that Beach Street Middle School, Udall Road Middle School, and the high school have officially been recognized as no place for hate schools by the Anti-Defamation League following a rigorous year-long designation process. The No Place for Hate initiative requires schools to establish inclusive school climate committees, implement student-led activities focused on respect and inclusion, and complete school-wide projects and educational experiences that promote equity, kindness, and anti-bias awareness throughout the year. In addition, all 3 of those schools earned Gold Star status, a distinction awarded to schools that go beyond the program's core requirements by completing additional activities and demonstrating an exceptional commitment to fostering safe, welcoming, and inclusive learning environments for our students. Congratulations to the students, staff, parents, administrators at all 3 buildings, and a very special thank you to those administrators and staff members that spearheaded the initiative in each of the buildings. Celebrate Education will take place at West Islip High School starting at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, May 19th. Celebrate Education takes place annually every year to celebrate all of the amazing work taking place in the school district. Featured this year, just to name a few things, are performances from our high school music groups, a tour of the newly updated FACS kitchen classroom at the high school, technology demonstrations related to work taking place in our engineering technology classrooms, displays of student work, including pieces of artwork, artifacts associated with the Virtual Enterprise Program, and much more. Information regarding the schedule and the times will be sent out next week. I'd like to congratulate Mrs. Maniscalco, the Library Media Specialist at the high school, for coming in first place in the Teachers Federal Credit Union Teacher Appreciation Week Grant Contest. She stood out among so many other library media specialists across the island and received a $2,500 grant for transforming the school library into an inclusive hub of learning, creativity, and collaboration, with a strong emphasis on supporting learning and instructing via the use of technology. Great job to Mrs. Maniscalco. I had the opportunity yesterday to sit in on Seal of Biliteracy presentations at the high school. Mr. O'Farrell was also present, Mrs. Lay, also Mrs. Probst, several other administrators and teachers, and it was really just amazing to see students get up and speak fluently in a language other than English. To say they were impressive was an understatement. I just want to congratulate those students that we saw yesterday, and we look forward to seeing more in the coming days. Thank you to our science department at the high school for hosting STEM night on May 4th. The high school science department hosted an out of this world experience in honor of May 4th. May the 4th be with you. The event included galaxy themed activities and a screening of Star Wars in the planetarium. Additional information related to curriculum and instruction will be provided by Mr. Antonello in the Education Committee meeting update. Thank you, Mr. McCann.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Morrison. We'll go right into our report of board committees, and we'll start with the Building and Grounds Committee with Mr. Bedell.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. Buildings and Grounds Committee met on Tuesday, May 5th at 6 p.m. Beach Street Middle School. Committee discussed 3 major topics. First of all is the pool construction project, everybody's big topic this school year. The project is moving along very well, and we're set to finish on time, but there are some holdups, which was expected. So when the budget for this project was put together, we had a $3.8 million voted budget. This factored in some leeway for problems that we knew were going to come about that we didn't know what was going to happen. We found one of those, that's for sure. The roof of the pool, we were supposed to just replace half of the roof of the pool, where new regulations require the roof of the pool to be X amount of feet above the diving board. So they were supposed to just make the ceiling higher on that part and leave the existing part. After thorough investigation, when we started to do more demolition, we found that the entire roof needed to be replaced due to safety problems. The roof on that part of the building is the metal beam system with concrete panels that go across. And when they built that pool about 70 years ago, I don't think technology was as best as it could have been for concrete pouring on ceilings. So there's some slight cracking and some pretty serious problems. So that's a $248,000 additional cost. That's okay though, because we have $1.8 million built into the project pricing for problems like this. So that's the first big problem that we've come up with from this. So that's pretty good. So we're doing fine. They're gonna be fine with the timing, and it'll all be okay. The good thing though is now we got a full new roof with an 18-year plus warranty and no leaks. So that's positive. This one, all the soccer people will love that we finally are getting to work on the sprinklers in the Manatuck and Udall fields with all of our leaks and pumps and a lot of problems with the pumps over there. It seems to be, but James assures me that by the end of the month we'll have a determination on what needs to be done and the water will be flowing. And the third one, everybody's favorite, increasing costs on PSE&G and National Grid pricing. I'm sure everybody feels that at home as well. As everybody knows, we had a really rough winter, and if everybody heard me talk about our insurance claims, you know that a lot of them had to do with solar panels and solar panel debacles. Due to those solar panel issues, we lost out on a lot of revenue that the solar panels would have created and subsidized our utility bills. That's not to worry though, because we've talked to the insurance company very sternly and told them that we should be subsidized for the amount of time that those solar panels were not functional. At Beach Street, Paul J. Blue, and the high school. So those three buildings, we will eventually get the money that we lost out on. But in the time being, we have to pay these higher bills on PSE&G and National Grid. The budget allocates a certain amount that we think would be the right amount. We're going to have to allocate more money towards those things just because of the cold winter and then all the increasing costs due to global issues. But that's why there'll be an increase on that. And once we get the money back from the other things, should help subsidize that a little bit. And much shorter than last time, no fancy video, but pass it on back on to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vidal. And next we'll go to our Education Committee with Westside's newest soccer coach, Mr. Richard Antonello.
Actually, it's flag football.
Oh, flag football. Sorry about that.
How dare you, Mr. McCann? Okay, the Education Committee met on Tuesday, May 5th. All administrators present, all board members are present with the exception of Debbie Brown. May is testing month, and so we discussed about the AP and IB testing. Also, the 3 through 8 New York State English, Math, and Science tests took place this month. The opt-out numbers were down from last year, but still relatively high. There was a glitch during the 3 through 8 testing, but it was fixed and the kids ended up being able to complete the test. We discussed the creation of a work-based learning coordinator. So as the district begins the process of aligning courses through the Beacon program with college courses, there will be some positions, administrative positions, shifted around to streamline this process because it's important to get that right in the coming months. I also attended the May 4th STEM at the high school. It was pretty cool watching Star Wars in the planetarium. I took my daughter. It was a great time. I didn't realize how much I had to explain about who Darth Vader was during the movie, but it was pretty cool. And did you wear your Jedi Knight costume? I didn't. Yeah, no. But overall, it was really pretty cool. And it was a pretty short education meeting. We finished at 7:30.
All right, thank you, Mr. Antonello. Next up, our Finance Committee with Mrs. Lawrence.
Good evening. I think Quinn should read finance next time because he just brings so much color to it and this is pretty dry, but I'm going to do my best. The Finance Committee met on Tuesday, May 5th. All administrators were present and all board members were present with the exception of Debbie Brown. The purpose of the meeting was the discussion of pertinent fiscal matters. Meeting called to order at 7:14 p.m. Mine's a little long, so bear with me. We reviewed the treasurer's report, school district funds for March, extracurricular funds for March, payroll summary for March, financial statements for March, internal claims audit report for April, system manager audit trail for April, payroll certifications for the weeks of March 31st, April 15th, and April 30th, review of warrants, and the review of board agenda finance items as follows. Approval of budget transfers, 4603 through 4611 from the general fund. Approval of the following 2025-2026 contracts: Uniondale Union Free School District Health Services, South Huntington Union Free School District Health Services, Syosset Central School District Health Services. Approval of surplus memo for the high school library. There were 635 books. Approval of 2026-2027 bids as follows. Electrical repair and services, tree pruning and care services, maintenance service for pneumatic and DDC control systems, gates and chain link fencing, removal of unwanted geese and waterfowl, that's sad, printing, refuse, removal, athletic uniforms, pest control services, elevator maintenance and service, and purchase of new buildings and grounds uniforms. And the approval of the following resolutions. A donation from the Gene Haas Foundation in the amount of $25,000 to the West Islip High School to support scholarships, material, and competition fees for students enrolled in a CNC training program or engineering program. And Mr. Bonomo applies for that every year, so we thank him for his efforts in getting that donation in. A donation from NYSER, who is our insurance carrier, in the amount of $1,000, and that's going to go toward the purchase of high-quality flags and presentation stands for ceremonies and events that take place at West Islip High School. And as a result of that, we are doing an increase in our current year general fund appropriation by $1,000 to support the expenditures for those purchase of the flags and the presentation stands. Meeting was adjourned at 7:20 p.m. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Lawrence. And last up is our Special Ed Committee, Mrs. Grace Kelly. Christina Lawrence.
It's me again.
Sorry.
Okay, so we had a committee meeting for special education on May 6th. From SEPTA, Jenny McGinnis was present. And the SEPTA activities that we discussed, special needs yoga has started up again, and the upcoming dates are May 20th, May 27th, and that is available for all ages, K through 12, and those are open classes. They're doing a lot of programs operating out of the library, so I would definitely check those out. The library is running a special needs event called Guacamole in a Bag. That's on May 16th at 10:30. And there's also a Discovery Den on June 15th at 4:30. The SEPTA Bowl was a huge success. I know several of us were there. Everyone in my group won a basket. There were over, I think, 100 baskets. So I think a lot of people came home with something fun. It was a really fun night. I almost beat Karen Wishorn at bowling, but lost in the end per the usual. And their next meeting is May 21st, excuse me, and that's at 6 p.m. It's a little bit earlier than the usual time. And for the confidential portion of our meeting, the Special Education Committee met in the district office. The following committee members were present: Dr. Romanelli, Ms. Morrison, Debbie Brown, myself, Ms. Dowling, Ms. Doherty, Ms. Ednick, and Ms. Grace Kelly joined by teleconference. The meeting began at 9 a.m., commenced at approximately 9:40 a.m. We discussed IEPs from CSE and CPSE and recommendations from the respective committees. Ms. Dowling reported that the annual reviews are almost complete, and they've been working really hard on those for a long time, so thank you, Jean. And the Unified basketball season has begun, off to a great start. They actually won this past week, and I know that their home games are every Tuesday at 4:30 for the next 2 weeks, so if you can get out and attend one, they are a lot of fun. Ms. Dowling also shared that Paul J. Ballou Sensory Walk to celebrate Autism Awareness Month was a big success and continues to provide inclusive opportunities for all students. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Marks. We'll go on to our business items. Mrs. Clark.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. May I have a motion for the approval of budget transfers 4603 through 4611 in the general fund?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
May I have a motion for the approval of the contracts as listed on the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
May I have a motion for the approval of the 2026-27 bids as listed on the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
May I have a motion for the approval of the surplus miscellaneous books at the high school?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
May I have a motion for the approval of the donations and related budget increase as listed on the agenda?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. We're going on to our president's report. Can I have a motion for Affordable Care Act Administration Agreement for 26-27?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I have the approval of the Capital Markets Advisories Financial Advisory Service Agreement for 26-27 year?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I have the approval of a lease agreement for the West Islip Teachers Association lease agreement for 26-27 year?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Can I have the approval of a resolution of consultant services agreements for Linder Bowman?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. And can I have a motion for the approval of the Board of Ed approves the recommendations for the Special Ed Committee of students as listed in the district's backup?
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Yeah, so this section, I always announce, it's called a Heard Around Town. It's a section that we put into the meetings this year to talk about items that we hear from not just in meetings or PTA meetings, but anywhere in the community, whether it's at Stop and Shop, the football field where Mr. Antonello coaches, or anywhere. So just bringing up topics that come up to all of us, and we always encourage anyone. If you have a question, if you have an issue, if you have a compliment, we take all of those. You can either email the entire board, we'll get back to you, or you can meet us around town. So some of the items that are heard around town this month. The first one was, I know last meeting, Dr. Romanelli rolled out the BOCES population survey, and it looks like our elementary school population is growing. We're getting larger. And one of the things I heard around town, actually on a run, I was running through my neighborhood, and I stopped by a house that was just sold, and I saw a van full of kids that were moving in, and I said, "Wow, this is great." I said, "Welcome to the neighborhood." I said, "I see that you have 3 kids." He said, "We actually have 4 children." And I said, "Wow." He goes, "The reason we moved to," he didn't know who I was, "The reason we moved to West Isis is because we heard the schools were so great." And I said, "Thank you." I said, I also mentioned, I said, "Was it because of the full day pre-K program that we have?" And he didn't even know anything about it. So let's get the word out. But yes, Bayville will have at least 4 new students from that family, a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So God bless them. And they are in town and at Bayview next year. So add that to the population survey. So at the presentation, that's good. I'll keep it coming. We always have questions about our relationship with Good Samaritan Hospital and Catholic Health Services. You know, one of the downsides of having a community hospital like that is that the buildings do not pay taxes in the community. So what are some of the things that they can help us out with? And we do actually have a program that was, we had a seminar for students interested. We partnered with Catholic Health Services to offer 30 internships and a volunteer program through the hospital for any type of job that a student would be interested in the healthcare realm. And I've mentioned this in many PTA meetings. So it's not just the programs, whether you want to be a nurse or a doctor or an anesthesiologist. It's if you want to be a maintenance worker, if you want to be a construction worker, or any of the or an HR initiative. So we are signing up students through the district office initiative to have 30 students volunteer at the hospital all of next year. So if anyone's interested in that, please look into that. You can look at the district site. It's a great program to give our students actually access to real world experience in healthcare jobs. So that was great. I had a community member come up to me and ask me about signs that were around the library for the vote there. Was that the budget vote? No, that's the library budget vote. So the library school, the library building is actually owned by the school. We are obviously affiliated with the library, but they have their own independent board of trustees and their own budget. So if you look at your tax bill, you'll see a line item for the library, and they have a library vote every year. So it was this month. So thanks to everyone who came out and passed the library vote, because the library is a very vibrant place. If anyone has been in that library at any time, especially recently, at 3 o'clock, it's really full of people, and they've got great activities. So they have their own independent vote, and that went on last month. The last thing I just wanted to talk about was the high school offering an AI challenge. So the high school partnered with 3 local businesses that had challenges in some aspect of their business that they could use an AI tool to help them solve. So we had businesses come in, the business department had businesses come in, pitch to groups of students what the problem was. The students went in and worked for an hour and a half to use AI tools to create solutions for that business, and then presented to a panel of us that were up there those actual solutions. And all 3 businesses were amazed by what could transpire and how they can improve their actual business that's going on in the community by this hour and a half that the students did. So just a great connection that the school is doing to reach out to businesses and give real world experience to the community out there. So that's some of the things heard around town, and look forward to our last and final segment in the next June meeting. So thanks for everyone for coming. All right, up next, Dr. O'Malley with the superintendent's report.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCann. Just a few updates for this evening. I'm proud to announce that we received a $7,500 grant getting started with Green Building. This is through Build Green Long Island, and this is allows students to explore a variety of career paths across building design, construction, operations, and more. We've identified about 20 students that are going to participate in school field trip from our principles of engineering and architecture classes. So we're excited to open that up to our students. They will receive a certification at the end of the training, and they do have to pass a 25-question multiple choice exam at the end, but we know they'll all be successful with that. So we're excited about launching that, and great to always hear about grant opportunities that the district is taking advantage of. I know Mrs. Morrison mentioned Ms. Maniscalco's win as well, which we're very proud of. Also, through our partnership with Cradle Aviation, we were just notified that the upcoming NASA downlink with the International Space Station, they're going to be providing an opportunity for 25 of our students to visit the Cradle Aviation, their theater, and actually speak with an astronaut at the International Space Station to talk about what's going on there. It's about 30 minutes or so. The astronaut shares their experience of being in space flight while at the station and what they're working on, and then students will receive free admission to the museum for the remainder of the day. So we're in the process of selecting those 25 students for that. We're also really proud to be part of this Driving Innovation in an AI World conference next week. It's at the Sequoia Building in Holtzville, and Dr. Kylie Rindon and I will be presenting as a district that's being spotlighted at this event. It's us and Comac. We're presenting in the morning and they're presenting in the afternoon. And there is a student panel where 2 of our West Islip students, Nicholas Esposito and Abby Richardelli, are both seniors this year and are going to be presenting on behalf of West Islip and talk about I imagine Abby will be talking about the business AI day that Mr. McCann was talking about, and Nick will be talking about different opportunities going on in the classroom as well. And just finally, I put out some different forms across the district. K through 5 teachers, I've invited to either have me come in the classroom for a read aloud, a reflective circle, or a superintendent shout out. And I'm glad that a lot of people have signed up for that already. I have 8th grade transition roundtables planned for both buildings, where I'll be having a pizza lunch with different groups of 8th graders. The responses on that form, as Phil, I know we have a few middle school educators on this team. They range everything from, "This is so great, thank you for the opportunity," to, "Why would I want to have lunch with the superintendent?" So a wide range, and I did not take any of those personally. And also opportunity for senior. I have a high school senior exit interviews with a few students at the high school and the senior bistro coming up later this month. I know, I think Remy has signed up for that as well, and a lot of students have been signing up to take advantage of that, which I'm looking forward to. And finally, stay tuned for this announcement. Mr. O'Farrell and I are going to be challenging teams of 2 at the high school in a foosball competition in the senior bistro as well. We have a pretty strong team, so beware.
What day is
Thank
that?
you. We haven't picked a day yet, but I think maybe June 2nd.
I think 59.
Oh,
Did you hear that, Mr. O'Farrell? Miss Kelly and Miss Marks have said they'd like to challenge us, so. Perfect.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Romanelli, and thanks to all who participated in the Cornhole Challenge across the island. I know I wasn't able to attend, but Dr. Romanelli and was featured on News 12.
Yeah, I would like to say that the only thing that we won that day was I did get a little more airtime on News 12 than Dr. Murphy from Hopog, but we did raise about $18,000 for a great cause, the Wounded Warrior Project, and our 3-year total is right around $35,000, so it's really a great event.
Thank you, Dr. Roman, helping us establish that many years ago. So, all right, any notices and reminders? All right, do we have an invitation to the public to speak on any items? Anything? No cards. All right, then we have, can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session where the board will discuss personnel, legal and negotiations? All in favor? All opposed? Motion approved. Thanks everyone for coming and enjoy the rest of the spring.